Alrighty. The hype for Avengers Doomsday is unprecedented. Unprecedented to the point where it's not like Marvel isn't a cultural phenomenon that will make people sit there in their chair, watching chairs for about at least 5 to 6 hours. Oh no, people saying the live stream for the casting announcement of Avengers Doomsday is boring, the worst thing in the world, but you're sitting there watching. Memes are being made, recognition is being given to Marvel. 10 million people in the live stream watching a slow snail's pace of chairs. It is absolutely ridiculous, but that is the method of the madness here. I'm going to talk about the new reveals of this movie for the actors, maybe some returning actors in my overall opinion, but I want to focus on the bombshells. This is going to be an Avengers and X-Men fucking film, and I'm ready to go. It seems like the entire thing with the Fox X-Men is not over yet, because you have Ian McKellen returning as Magneto, really doing it until he's 90, along with Patrick Stewart as Professor X. Excitement. All right, they're very old though. It's like this is nostalgia to the nth degree. I thought Giancarlo Esposito was going to be Professor X or some variant, but no. We have the man himself back along with Eric Lyncher. I can't wait for that. Obviously, Beast was in the Marvels at the post credits. It was a no-brainer that they were going to bring back Kelsey Grammer. At that point, I think he voiced them in the Marvels as well. And that gave you some inkling that yes, the X-Men are formulating slowly but surely within the events of the multiverse. James Marsden coming back as Cyclops. I saw him in Sonic, I believe. So definitely that's going to be like very interesting. I wonder if they're going to make him equivalent to like an asshole character like people call them, or how he used to be. And will they give him some redemption arc, because he was done dirty. He was done dirty in X-Men The Last Stand, killed off screen. So let's give him an epic moment, maybe equivalent to how Cyclops is in X-Men 97. Rebecca Romijn. Did she used to be like Rebecca Romijn Stamos? But yeah, I don't know the specifics there, but Rebecca Romijn, right? This is Mystique. This, to me, this is Mystique. No shade to Jennifer Lawrence, no shade to J Law, but you gotta have the OG if you're going to do this. Alan Cumming as Nightcrawler. Once again, this is the X-Men Brigade. Now, I love this announcement. It was the most hypest fucking shit I think I've seen with a live casting in a long time. There is some missing people, alright? And I understand why the fans are calling this out. Like, where is Halle Berry as Storm? Where is Famke Jensen as Jean Grey? Why are you excluding these two in particular? Maybe the movie in question will explain their exclusion, or as I said before, this is a two-part movie moving into Secret Wars. Going from Doomsday to Secret Wars, fucking it might be explained there. They might be saving the sauce there as well. For returning characters, I'm not really shocked or surprised by some of those reveals. Like, okay, we got Ant-Man, fucking Ant-Man, the small guy, the man who needs his apple juice in his chair, like fucking Paul Rudd having a small chair. That shit was funny when they showed that. I'm not gonna lie. Shang-Chi, Simu Lee, what happened to your sequel? What happened to the sequel of Shang-Chi? Shang-Chi. Sorry, it's just like thought that was funny. But where's the sequel of Shang-Chi and the Wreckage of Time? I thought they were gonna have that, but apparently not. I guess Daniel Destin Cretton is way too busy working on Spider-Man 4. Therefore, Shang-Chi 2 has no director in sight. Tom Hiddleston as Loki. It's a given seeing Loki and Thor come back into fruition yet again. Sentry spoils the fuck out of Thunderbolts, but you know, go off, I guess. Sentry, Yelena, Bucky, and Red Guardian. That spoils the ever-living hell out of Thunderbolts. M'Baku and Shuri being in this movie is not a surprise. That's going to be the Black Panther side of the representation. I just wonder, are they going to show a variant of T'Challa or T'Challa 2? I guess we have to see the movie and find out. Going down the list, Gambit coming back. Once again, that was a given though, given the fact that yes, we saw Deadpool and Wolverine. There's an alternate scene of Gambit looking back at a portal, obviously going back to his homeworld, but they're not going to leave Channing Tatum out of the equation, and I wonder what his reaction is going to be to these new X-Men. Because I don't think he ever interacted with them before, but he's probably going to feel some chemistry. Oh, we might be from different universes, but we kind of have something in common, right? That could go down. That could be some cool team-ups. U.S. Agent, not surprised. Sue Storm, any of the Fantastic Four, not surprised. Namor, probably going to get into those Sue Storm cheeks, just like he did in the comics, because there's that whole love triangle with him, Sue, and Reed. But I gotta make that joke. It's just like, I'm sorry. I had to make the joke, man. Nightcrawler's cool. I think I talked about him before in the last little tidbits. Going down the list, fucking Ghost is coming back. So once again, Thunderbolts are spoiled as fuck. Red Guardian, Johnny Storm, obviously Fantastic Four was going to be in this no-brainer. Doctor Doom, Robert Downey Jr., and Anthony Mackie as Captain America, along with the other person, I forget his name, Danny Ramirez as Falcon. Solid though, a solid casting all around. I expected it to be a little bit more, just like people said. Valid points given by saying Storm and Jean is missing, along with Hugh Jackman, like what's gonna happen with Wolverine. But once again, I think they're saving their sauce for Secret Wars to have like 100 actors in that fucking movie. That movie has to make a guarantee over like 3 billion. You got a lot of families to feed, a lot of stomachs to feed, a lot of hype to go into it. It's a lot. The actors that are missing is the interesting list. Please let Blade be on here. I think Blade should have been included. We don't know what's going on with that film, or if he's gonna be in any crossover whatsoever. This would have been the perfect time to have him, but again, his own movie has not even gotten off the ground, so it's like he's not even a factor in the Marvel Cinematic Universe at all, because they're struggling so hard with making that shit. I don't think the Blade is gonna come in this phase. That was originally like phase 5 movie is not coming. It's not coming. I don't think Blade is coming. Phase 5, phase 6, I don't think Blade is going to show up at all. And they said the plan was, at least for rumors, to have him in a movie with Ghost Rider and all the other Midnight Suns, and I don't even know if that's happening, but maybe Secret Wars will introduce new characters along the way, so I guess we have to see. But people that are not included, Chris Evans. I know Chris Evans got casted in the MCU again in these movies, but he's another role entirely. Haley Atwell, who is Peggy Carter. I can kind of see her sitting this one out. Is she also like Captain what is it, Captain Britain? I don't know, I don't remember. I forget her name as the captain. But I know she's an alternate version where she gets the super serum and stuff like that. So, but I keep forgetting her name. I keep forgetting her specific name. Mark Ruffalo as Hulk. That's a weird exclusion. Okoye. That's also weird. Star-Lord. Charlie Cox is Daredevil. They're gonna save him. Clearly, probably will save him. Put him in a movie with him and Spider-Man. Tom Holland is also not in this movie as well, which leads me to believe, and I said this before, I think Spider-Man 4 is coming out after Doomsday. Correct me if wrong in the comments. Spider-Man 4 is coming directly after this movie the same year, right? Then you have Wong, Miss Marvel, Hawkeye, Spider-Man, Moon Knight, Valkyrie, The Wasp, White Vision, She-Hulk, War Machine, Captain Marvel, Taskmaster, Ironheart, Nick Fury, Kate Bishop, Scarlet Witch is That's the weirdest exclusion yet. You figure it would be the high time to introduce the character again or reintroduce her because she has a lot of fans, but that's weird. Also, no Miss Marvel. America Chavez, she has gone MIA, but she probably will be in Secret Wars. Monica Rambeau and Doctor Strange, which is the biggest exclusion personally yet, because Doctor Strange is the one who saw all of the warnings that the multiverse had to offer, so him not being remotely involved in Doomsday, well, it does kind of make sense, but also, like, because he's in a dark dimension, so when he gets out, he's gonna be like, what the fuck? But still, this is a big movie though, sort of miss. Avengers movies in general, like, not leading up to the next one, it's sort of a big movie for actors to miss. And Doctor Strange was in like both of the last movies. He was in Infinity War and Endgame. But I think what they want to do is they want to possibly have Doom. We made a theory about this on Discord. They possibly want to have Doctor Doom kill off some of the cast to show the stakes. And I said before, I don't think Doom is getting folded in his own movie. I don't see that being the outcome. Even when this was called Kang Dynasty, I don't think Kang was gonna get folded until the end, the very, very, very end. And by the time he got folded, I think universes would have been destroyed. I think people would have been beaten. But there was no way they were gonna fold this man in his own film. Doctor Doom is killing like most of these people. I could see it coming. I could see some people probably being pissed off, but you gotta make Doctor Doom into some big threat. You gotta show what he can do. And I think some people are gonna get killed off. I don't know who. I think it's going to be a devastation of the Fox timeline, considering all these X-Men are getting casted, and you're gonna have some stragglers, and they are going to set up the events of Avengers Secret Wars, and then the big battle world will commence. We're gonna see the building blocks of that, along with this new Doom and his origin. I don't think Fantastic Four is gonna have enough time to really focus and cover on that aspect whatsoever. You're gonna see Doom in the post credits, and that's the best it's gonna get. But yeah, like, there's so many characters in the MCU, so many actors that gotta get a paycheck that all aren't gonna be in this specific movie. Although I like this cast, I do. I think there is enough meat on the bones to justify what is going on. And I know I said think a lot, but you know, I have to get through this video really quickly because I have some food coming on the way. All right, Star-Lord being excluded, that's weird. Deadpool, I wouldn't worry too much. You're gonna see these characters once again resurface in Secret Wars, and they might. The thing I have the most like criticism about, or at least how are they gonna cover all these people, and how will they get equal amounts of time, unless of course it's gonna be somewhat similar to Infinity War, where they get that time, that character moment, and you see at least someone rise to the occasion at least before getting cut down or getting beaten. But Doom has to win. Doom has to win this one. And then we could talk about the bigger stakes after this. The multiverse is at stakes. The incursions along the way. People get pulled out and fucking destroyed and have their ass like blown off. That's what we're gonna talk about next movie. That is my thoughts on the casting for Avengers Doomsday. Extreme hype. I cannot wait to see these films. I cannot wait to see Secret Wars. And I will see you guys next time. Later. Also, another PS, some extra clarification. Once again, you kind of let it be known with all this casting and the rumors and Thunderbolts being spoiled. They announced all the Thunderbolts cast except Taskmaster. Taskmaster dies in Thunderbolts. Cool. They had to kill one of them. You're fighting Sentry as well, dude. You fucking turning people in the shadows and shit. You turning them into AC shadows. They're being turned into shadows. Therefore, one of these characters was gonna bite the bullet, and it had to be her, I guess. She's gonna probably die in this movie since they did not announce her ass for the next one, or maybe a hidden character. I don't know, because again, I do expect hidden characters to show up eventually with Avengers Doomsday. And since I had to go real quick and get some food, unfortunately, that's why I had to wrap things up really quickly. Oh, the Wasp, they didn't even, yeah, White Vision, all that other stuff. So I do think they are going to save the sauce, and it is good to see stuff like Loki come back and get off the chair of holding the timelines together and having him reunite with Thor after so many years, and maybe get that character conclusion leading to the alternate possible thing of Deadpool getting cried over in the next fucking Marvel movie with Thor sort of cradling him. Maybe he's gonna lose that immortality, that healing that he has. Essentially what it is. It's essentially what it is. Just him healing all the goddamn time. Don Cheadle's War Machine. Yeah, it's a couple of people that's been left out of the equation so far. But I guess we'll see how those paychecks get turned into billions upon billions of actors, and then people get paid when Secret Wars finally hits, and maybe we'll have some new surprises and new characters come out of this movie too. Also, I guess you could call this another Renegade Inception. Sources tell The Hollywood Reporter that while 26 or so actors were announced to be in Avengers Doomsday, Marvel is not done with reveals. However they come, there will be more actors in this. Oh, fucking Nelly. It's gonna be so lit. I knew it wasn't just 26. I knew it was not just 26. That means there's gonna be 6 more long ass live streams of fucking chairs being shown to the people as this cultural phenomenon goes crazy. Man, like I said, I fucking called it. Either they all were gonna be mostly like spread out during fucking Avengers Secret Wars, or that's not the full lineup. Apparently there is 50 actors, from what I heard, 50 actors in this movie, and they only announced 26 so far. Let's get it as we go into the future, man. Doom is coming. Marvel, stop announcing shit. Stop getting me excited, you motherfuckers.
So I think the world is going to end. That's what I think. I think the world is going to be ending soon. I don't know how soon. I can't give you any dates, but that is my belief thus far.